Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Yusuf Shakeel and you are watching jQuery tutorial series. In this video, we are going to learn about traversal methods used in jQuery. And guys, all the code that we are going to write in this video, I'll put them in my GitHub repository. And the notes will be there on my website duiclassroom.com. I will put all the links in the video description, so please check that out. And guys, if you find my videos interesting, then please like my videos and please subscribe my channel. And don't forget to click on that bell icon so that you will get an update whenever I upload a new video. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so I have opened the project folder jQuery-project in Sublime Text, and inside the project folder I have created a new file traversal-methods.html, which is this one. And inside the JS folder I have created a new file traversal-methods.js, which is this one. And inside the HTML file, I have included jQuery and this new file traversal-methods.js. And now let us go ahead and open this file in Chrome. So we'll open the project folder and we'll open this traversal-methods.html file. And we'll also open the DevTools. So we'll go to View, Developer, and we'll select the DevTools. And we'll open the console tab, and which is empty. That means we don't have any error. We'll execute our jQuery code only after the document is ready. So we'll write $document.ready and we'll pass a function and we'll have some code. Or we can simply write $ and pass a function and we can have our code inside this. They both will do the same thing, it's just that this is a shorthand form of this one. So for our sample output, we can write, let's say, body dot append hello world. So we are targeting the body and we are appending an element which is inside a paragraph tag and it has a text hello world. So we'll save this file, go back to Chrome and reload and we get hello world. So it works. Alright, the first method that we'll discuss is the EQ method. So we use the EQ method to get a matching element at a given index. So for example, inside our HTML file, let's say, and this is for EQ method. Let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. Hello world, happy, hey, hi, and hooray. So if we want to target these paragraphs using the tag, then in jQuery, we can write $, bracket, and within double quotes or single quotes, we can write P. So we are targeting all the paragraphs in this HTML file using the paragraph tag. But if you want to select, let's say, the third paragraph, then we'll write .eq and we'll pass the index 2. Now please note, indexing starts from 0. So index starts from 0, where index 0 is for the first element, index 1 is for the second element, and so on. So by writing this, we are targeting all the paragraphs, and then using the EQ method, we are selecting the third paragraph. So index 2 means we are selecting the third para. So if we want to check the text of the selected paragraph, that is, hey, then we can create a variable, let's say var text equal to, and we can then call the text method, and this will select the text of the third paragraph, which is hey. So we can now console.log text and we'll get the text of the third paragraph in the console. So if we save the file, go back to Chrome and reload, we get hey. Similarly, if we want to select, let's say, the last paragraph text, which is the fifth paragraph, so its index will be 5 minus 1, that is 4. Then we can write, let's say we have another variable text2. So we are selecting all the paragraphs, and then we want to select the fifth element. So for EQ, we'll pass index 4, and we want to select the text of that element, which is the paragraph, and this will select us hooray. So now if we console.log text2, we'll get hooray in the console. So if we save the file, go back to Chrome, and let me clear the console, and now if we reload, we get hooray. So this is the EQ method. Now we'll talk about the first method, and it is used to select the first element from the matching elements. So let us go ahead and comment this. And now our next topic is the first method. So we have 5 paragraphs in our HTML page, and we want to select all the paragraphs. So we are targeting them by tag. So we'll write dollar brackets and within double quotes or single quotes P. And now we want to select the first paragraph. So by writing this, we are targeting all the 5 paragraphs in this HTML page. And if we want to target the first one, that is this paragraph having text hello world, we write dot first, and this selects this first paragraph. And now if we want to select the text of the first paragraph, we write dot text. So this gives us the text of the first paragraph, and we can save the value in a variable, let's say var text. And now we can console.log text, and it will give us hello world in the console. So if we save the file, go back to Chrome and reload, we get hello world. Now the opposite of the first method is the last method, and it is used to select the last element from matching elements. So let us go ahead and comment this. And now our next topic is the last method. So we have 5 paragraphs in our HTML page. So we have used this example for EQ, for first, and for last. So we have 5 paragraphs and we want to select them by tag. So in jQuery, we'll write dollar bracket and within double quotes P. So now we are targeting all the paragraphs in the HTML page. And now if we want to select the last paragraph, so we'll write dot last. And if we want to get the text of that last paragraph, so we'll write dot text. So this method will give us the text of the last paragraph, and we can save this value in a variable, let's say var text, and then we can console.log text. And now if we save the file, go back to Chrome, clear the console, and if we reload, we get hooray, which is the text of the last paragraph. The next method that we'll discuss is called the find method. And we use the find method to get the descendant, that is, children and grandchildren of an element. So let us go ahead and comment this. And inside our HTML file, let us also go ahead and comment this 5 paragraphs. And now we are using find method. So this is for the find method. And let's say we have an unordered list having ID fruits, and it has 4 list items: apple, mango, orange, and banana. So if we save the file, go back to Chrome and reload, we get the 4 list items. Now, let's say we have another list item, the 5th one, and this contains an unordered list, which contains another list item, let's say pomegranate. And let's say the text for this list item is fruits list 2. And let's say this unordered list has an ID fruits-2. So we have an unordered list having ID fruits, and it has 5 list items. And the 5th list item of this unordered list contains another unordered list which has an ID fruits-2, and this unordered list has a list item pomegranate. So now if we save the file, go back to Chrome and reload, we get the first unordered list and we get the second unordered list. Now let's say we want to find all the li descendant of this unordered list having ID fruits. So inside our JS file, so our next topic is the find method. So we want to get all the li descendant of this unordered list having ID fruits. So to target that unordered list having ID fruits, we'll write $ brackets, and since it's an ID, so we'll write hash fruits. And we want to find all the li descendant, so we'll use the find method and we'll pass the element, which is li. So this will give us all the li descendant of the unordered list having ID fruits. And we can save the elements returned by this find method in a variable, let's say var elements, and we can console.log elements. So now if we save the file, go back to Chrome and reload, we can see we have 6 li elements. And we can also use the length property to find the number of elements returned by this find method. And since we are saving the returned elements in this elements variable, so we can also write, let's say console.log number of descendants, and we can write elements.length. So this will return 6 because there are 6 li elements that are descendant, that is children and grandchildren of this unordered list having ID fruits. So if we save the file, go back to Chrome and reload, we get number of descendants 6, and we get the 6 li elements. Similarly, let's say if we want to find the descendant of this unordered list having id fruits-2, then let's say we comment this. So to target the unordered list having id fruits-2, we'll write dollar brackets and within double quotes hash fruits-2, and we want to find all the li descendant. So we'll write dot find and we'll pass li, and this method will then return all the selected elements, and we can save that in a variable, let's say elements. And we can also find the number of elements selected by this find of this unordered list having id fruits-2 using the length property. So we can console.log number of descendants, and we can write elements.length. So if we save the file, go back to Chrome and reload, we get number of descendants 1, because this unordered list has only one li descendant. Our next topic is the children method, and we use the children method to find the direct descendant of a given element. So children method. So if we look at this unordered list, this first one which has an id fruits, then its direct descendant or children are the following 5 list items. So in order to select children of this unordered list having id fruits, we first select the unordered list using dollar brackets and within double quotes. We can use the tag as well as the id, so hash fruits. And now we can write dot children and we can pass li. So this children method will return all the direct li descendant of this unordered list having id fruits, and we can save them in a variable, let's say var elements. And to check that this is returning 5 elements, we can console.log and we can write number of descendants, and we can write elements.length, and this will give us 5 because this unordered list having id fruits has 5 direct li descendant. So if we save this file and go back to Chrome and reload, we get number of descendants 5. Similarly, if we want to find the direct li descendant of this unordered list having id fruits-2, then and comment this. So if we want to target this unordered list having id fruits-2, so we'll write dollar and we can use the ul tag and the id which is fruits-2, and using the children method and passing the li, we are selecting all the direct li descendant of this unordered list having id fruits-2, and we are saving it in a variable elements, and we can find the number of elements returned by this method by using elements.length. So if we look at this unordered list, it has only one single li descendant, so this will give us 1. So if we save the file, go back to Chrome and reload, we get number of descendants 1. So children method is used to find direct descendant of a given element. The next method that we'll discuss is the parent method. And we use the parent method to find the parent of a given element. So our next topic is parent method. So let's say we have this unordered list, and this example is also for parent method. So we have this unordered list having ID fruits, and let's say this orange list item has an ID, let's say sample fruit. So if we want to find the parent of this list item having ID sample-fruit, then to target that list item, we first write $bracket and we pass the ID sample-fruit, and then to find its parent, we write .parent. So we are calling the parent method, and this gives us the unordered list having ID fruits, and we can save that in a variable, let's say var lm, and we can console.log lm. So if we save the file, go back to Chrome and reload, we can see that we have an element, an unordered list, which has an ID hash fruits. So this is giving us the parent element of a list item having ID sample-fruit. So we have seen the children method, we have seen the parent method. Now let's check the siblings method. So our next topic is siblings method, and we use the siblings method to find the siblings of a given element. So for example, if we consider this list item orange, so the siblings of this list item having ID sample-fruit are apple, mango, banana, and this list item having fruits list 2. So there are 4 siblings of this list item having ID sample-fruit. So in order to target the siblings, we have to first target the list item, and it has an ID sample-fruit. So we'll write $, and we can target it using tag and the ID. So hash sample-fruit, and then we can write .siblings. So the siblings method will return all the siblings element of this list item having ID sample-fruit, and we can save the returned elements in a variable, let's say lms, and then we can console.log number of siblings by writing lms.length. So now if we save the file, go back to Chrome, clear the console and reload, we get number of siblings 4, because list item having ID sample-fruit has 4 li siblings. One last method that we'll discuss before we end this video is the each method. So let us go ahead and comment this unordered list. And our next topic is each method. So let's say we have a div having ID sample, and it contains a paragraph apple, another paragraph mango, another paragraph orange, and one more paragraph banana. So we use the each method to loop through an jQuery object and execute a function for each item. So for example, let's say we want to select all the paragraphs inside this div having ID sample, and we want to display the text of each paragraphs. So we'll comment this siblings method example, and our next topic is each method. So first we'll target the div having ID sample, and we'll target this paragraphs. So for that we can write $, and we are targeting it by ID, so we'll write hash and the value sample, and we are targeting the children, that is all the paragraphs, so we can write space p. So this will target all the paragraph inside the div having ID sample. And now using the each method, we can pass a function, and it takes two parameters. The first argument is the index and the second is the element. So we can console.log the index of the element, so index, and we can also console.log the element, so lm. And now if we save the file, go back to Chrome, clear the console and reload, we get index 0, then the element, which is an object, HTML paragraph element. And since there are 4 paragraphs, we get 4 index, and index starts from 0, so we get 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now let's say we want to print the text of the selected paragraphs. So we can comment this line, and to get the text of the selected element, we'll write console.log $lm, and then we'll call the text method. So this will give us the text of the selected element, which is the paragraph. So now if we save the file, go back to Chrome, clear the console and reload, we get index 0 and the text apple, index 1 mango, 2 orange, 3 banana. Alright guys, this brings us to the end of this tutorial. I'll post the tutorial notes on my website dyclassroom.com, and all the code that we're writing in this tutorial series, I'll put them in my GitHub repository. You will find all the important links in the video description, so please check that out. And if you find my videos interesting, then please like this video and please subscribe my channel, and don't forget to click that bell icon so that you will get an update whenever I upload a new video. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, and like always, stay happy and keep smiling. Bye.